exactly the same. The ideologies are the same, which is why it makes it easy for you to cross from one to the other. They are really absolutely nothing different from them. Okay, they are exactly the same thing. Their thinking, their mode of operation, the rigging, everything is the same thing.
But the APC would not agree with you.
They don't have.
They have their manifestos.
No, I agree with you. It's my personal opinion, but we need to have an alternate where Nigerians choose between the old order and the new order.
Let me jump in there now.
Yes.
Speaking about how candidates emerge and internal democracy in parties, can we really have internal democracy in parties, strictly so-called, if people do not contribute or pay dues or fund parties?
Thank you. Now, you've hit a very, very important note. The concept of volunteerism is what we're trying to get Nigerians to see, that a man cannot pay you and serve you, but you can pay a man and send him to serve you. If Donald Trump was a Nigerian, half his money would have gone on buying bags of rice for people. But the poor Americans were contributing $5, $10 to fund a globally acknowledged multi-billionaire. As a result, they have a stake, they have a say, and Donald Trump feels a moral obligation to reward the people who sent him to serve them. What we have here is a man who sells his house, sells his cars, mortgages his soul to become a governor. And then when he's become a governor, paying you to get to that seat, you turn around and expect him to serve you. And it just doesn't add up. Why can't we see? What stops us from believing that, look, Chamberlain, we've watched you over the years. We've watched your temperament. We think that Imo State needs a man who has this certain capacity. We know you don't have money to run. Well, I think so. I may be wrong, but I'm just giving.
Again, as you say, that's your personal opinion. You're right on your personal opinion.
Personal opinion again, you know. And we decide to launch a campaign, and we convince you and say, okay, we're going to run, and you find out that a minimum of 1 million Imo State indigents are contributing 5 naira, 10 naira, 50 naira, 100 naira. That is enough for that campaign to run.
One thing there, if that is going to happen,
and it should happen,
a typology, because number one, where we already are, we need to identify where we are now.
Yes.
Because they will tell you, in politics, the world over, you need to spend money.
Yes.
And if you don't have that wherewithal,
I
mean, people will also argue with you that the Donald Trump you talked about, if he didn't have that amount of money,
let me take
Barack
Obama. Let me take Barack Obama.
Let me just make sure you respond to it.
Okay.
They say on one hand, he may not have gotten that far.
Yeah.
And that the presidential system which we run costs money.
Yeah.
So how do you then disrupt that system and come up with a system wherein the people will rally around, sponsor a candidate to whichever position, and then expect him to run against systems that already exist? How does that work?
The first thing is for Nigerians to know that you can either play the ostrich, in which case you are fooling nobody but you are fooling yourself, or you can get real. And the old order, the man that has the money runs. That's what I'm saying. Probably Donald Trump was a wrong analogy from one side, but Barack Obama was a better analogy because everybody knows he didn't have any money to be able to run for the presidency. That was ascertained. But coming back here, what we want Nigerians to know is that let us evolve, which is what we're doing basically in Nigeria First, what we call leadership recruitment criteria. Let the people know that if you want a president that can perform a certain function, it's like we have a company. There must be a criteria of selection of, okay, channels now. Your boss wants to step down as the CEO and they want another person. They are going to engage, a human resource company that is going to do a lot of profiling of people. can he do this? Does he have this? Does he? And they're able to get a person that comes in here and he works smoothly. In our leadership recruitment, we must evolve a leadership recruitment criteria.
You know that doesn't work here in Nigeria. What works is imposing candidates.
That's why we get what we get.
At the primaries, even.
That's
why
you're having
the civil rights organizations fighting this.
Yes.
How do we begin to stop imposition
by telling Nigerians
of candidates, especially at the primary level?
Yes.
You have them even at beyond that.
Yes.
We have reports of candidates being imposed at governorship level.
Yes.
You have being imposed even at the councillor level or even at the ward level.
Yeah.
Just about every other level.
Yeah.
How do we, as a people, do we have to go to the Constitution to revisit it, or how do we stop it before 2019?
The very first thing, that's a very great question. The very first thing is enlightenment. Tell Nigerians what you put in is what you get out. Look at the governors that you have. Tell Nigerians that, you know, there's something about the electoral reform that is amazing, and we